Even on the video game,
Albert, you beat me
a new
to it
video game coming out. Yeah, man.
because I'll be playing
They
next Monday night.
Everybody's talking about it too. They talking about it. I think I was watching Around the Horn, one of the one of the shows on ESPN, and they were even talking about the release of the game. They've been talking about the release of EA College Football for at least 2 months, and we only days away from the release of the game. Unfortunately, they're not giving us any sponsorship. You know what I mean? Uh,
Hey, we've been waiting on this since what NCAA college football 2014. So we going on 11 years, and I
yeah.
promise you, this has been the longest week that I have been through in a long time waiting on this game to come out.
Yeah, that amongst so much going on this summer to wrap this summer up. A lot of good things. We talk about sports. Of course, the release of the long-awaited college football game, and the Chicago Bears going to be on Hard Knocks. So for Bear fans, the season kind of gets started a little early for us. We get a chance to take a good look at our team behind the scenes come August the 6th. Uh, but like I say, basketball season just never ends.
Especially
Um,
this year. Yeah, especially this
yeah,
year.
they gonna take us right into football. When you think about what's going on with the summer league, Team USA getting ready for the Olympics, WNBA. So we got plenty to keep us uh, occupied until they kick off. Uh, I think the Bears got the Hall of Fame game on August 1st. That's a Thursday night, first day of August. So, um, Penn, like we talked about it, man. Basketball season, it just goes on and on. We are coming up on some extended opportunities to look at some basketball and a lot of different stories. What do you think about the NBA and Team USA and the NBA in particular? You got guys moving on from teams. Uh, Clay Thompson going to the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah,
Uh, Paul
yeah.
Paul George moving on, going to Philly, and yet to be determined if you're gonna still be a Miami Heat fan.
No, it ain't looking like it. It ain't looking like it. It's I'm opting out. I'm opting out another year. No moves made other than re-signing. Your man Thomas Bryant and Highsmith. That was the only thing they did, and I've been
Yeah,
saying this for at least 4 years now. They need another hooper to go along with Jimmy, and they ain't doing nothing but wasting Jimmy's time. I don't know if it's they don't want to go into the luxury tax again or what it is about why they so married to just keep running it back and running it back. Like you seen this team at they apex, and that was they can get to the finals, but they couldn't get over the hump because they didn't have enough talent or enough scorers to do so. And to not address that for 2 years in a row, last year they didn't get Dame. They missed out on Donovan Mitchell this year. They didn't get DeMar DeRozan, that was like a consolation prize. They missed out on him. He goes to Sacramento. Now I'm hearing they may be interested in Brandon Ingram. And I'm just like, no, you're not gonna get him because it's time for Pat Riley to go. Like I'm opting out. So I will not be watching the Miami Heat again this fall, this winter, 2 years in a row. I'm kind of teamless right now. I'm with an option.
um, hey, we talking about the NBA again tonight. Like I said, guys moving on from team to team, and guys going to different teams. We got an early viewer that has chimed in tonight. My man Dre. What's up, Dre?
Yo, yo, yo.
Dre is That's Jermaine Cousinar's uncle, East Chicago, Indiana, East Chicago Central, Oregon Duck. He'll be playing in the NBA Summer League with the New Orleans Pelicans. Uh, Jermaine Cousinard out of the University of Oregon by way of East Chicago, Indiana. 6'5" guard. Wish him the best of luck in the Las Vegas Summer League, playing with the New Orleans Pelicans. I think they get kicked off on Friday. I checked that schedule. I got to make sure that I watch every game that I can when Jay is on the court. I'm excited for that young man. Looking forward to him getting an opportunity. Something he's been working on, working for his whole life. I mean, I've been knowing the kid since he was in like third, fourth grade, and had an opportunity and the privilege to coach him and work with him, and along with him and so many other coaches, Coach Sneed, Coach Abe Brown, Coach Anton Williams, Coach Chris Woods, my cousin, Coach Bobby, everybody, all of those guys, and I know I may be missing a few. The village, the village played a big part in getting this kid and amongst others to have an opportunity to play at this level. And we wishing him the best of luck. Um, but since we talk about the summer league, talking about the NBA, the Lakers are the story of summer league. For Bronny James probably being the most popular player in the summer league, they kicked it off in the California Classic. Bronny James had an opportunity to play his first summer league game against the Sacramento Kings, and he played had about 4 points. I think didn't shoot pretty well. He didn't shoot all that well from the field. But in my opinion, I don't know if you saw it, Pen. He just looked like he didn't look very aggressive.
Yeah.
Um, he didn't look very aggressive. For him to be considered a number 55th pick in the draft. Normally, when I watch summer league basketball, I look for the draft picks. I'm not familiar with the G League teams, as far as personnel is concerned. So I always look for the draft picks and see what kind of impact they have on the games, especially early, because they have a tendency to shut down the high draft picks. A lot of the draft picks get shut down like after like 2 or 3 games.
Right. Right.
And from what I was expecting to see Bronny come out and have the ball in his hands because they were selling him to us as a point guard, but he played more off the ball. Yeah, I can't remember how many shot attempts he had, but I just got to be honest. I don't. He didn't look like he looked aware. He didn't look out of place. He just didn't look like he was. He just didn't look like he was aggressive enough, for the attention that's about to be garnered to him in the next week or two. And then he ended up sitting out a game. And the word is, depending on who you listen to, if you listen to ESPN and Fox Sports, they're telling you that Bronny had a
Swollen
swollen knee.
knee. Yeah.
And if you get into the YouTube streets of social media, they'll tell you something different. And I'm gonna let you know what I'm hearing. Um, I enjoy watching YouTube, and I watch it with a grain of salt. But sometimes you hear things that make you wonder. And shout out to my man Carcino for life. You may not even know this guy, but I come to enjoy his analogy and his work while I'm at work. I usually tune in to him on YouTube. For me, he covers many different topics: sports, uh, uh, music, acting. A lot of different things. He knows a lot, and sometimes, most of the time, this stuff seems to come true. I mean, it's amazing some of the information this guy has his hands on. But he reported that Bronny was ducking. The Lakers didn't want to see Bronny go up against this kid from Golden State named Ethan Thompson, the G League player for Golden State. And say Ethan said he was going to, lock Bronny up, and the Lakers set him down like we don't want him. We don't want him to, get that smoke like that. That's what he said. And from the get go, I felt as if he didn't play well,
Right.
and many other people felt like if he didn't play well, they would shut him down. But they haven't shut him down. Apparently, he's supposed to play against Miami in the next summer league game. And now we all tuning in to see. We want to see what Bronny can do. He's kind of overshadowed Dalton Connect, which I think was a really good pick for the Lakers at pick 17. Really good pick for the Lakers because I didn't think he would drop that low. I mean, 17, Dalton Connect, one of the better players in the country. I think he was a Southeastern Conference Player of the Year. But in the opener, he had about 12 points.
Yep. 3 out of 12. Shoot. 12.
Yeah, but it goes without saying his appearance in summer league is kind of be overshadowed by Bronny James' coverage, and how they're covering Bronny is overshadowing a lot of other performances. Um, as if like he's like the only guy on the floor. But you know what I'm saying? There's guys getting buckets, and then there's guys making an impact, trying to earn a spot on the team. By the way, the Lakers lost that game. It wasn't close.
108-94, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
the score.
but what I'm getting to is this. So the Lakers are pretty much going on, and they're going on with they pleasing LeBron James. And I'm down with that. I'm down with that as a fan, but I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm looking at. I don't expect the Lakers to be championship contenders. I know what I'm looking at. They're selling tickets and they're telling stories. Walt Disney's on board. But if you it's one thing to try and you put Bronny out, you want to justify that he can play in the NBA. But the one thing I'm not hearing, and the only reason why I brought this up is because the Charlotte Hornets hired a new coach as well. I think his name is Charles Lee.
Hmm.
And Charles Lee is coaching his summer league team. I forgot who they were playing. And it made me thinking about it had me thinking about something. If JJ Redick is so anxious to coach,
Why wouldn't he
shouldn't
be
he
in
be
summer league?
coaching the summer league squad? Because he needs just as much reps as Bronny as far
Yeah.
as developing as a coach. So I found that interesting. Why isn't JJ Redick coaching? He may now after JJ hears this, he may, they may shuffle the deck and he may all of a sudden be coaching against Miami, but shouldn't he be coaching summer league with the limited experience he has, or at least on the damn bench?
Well, that just kind of goes to how the Lakers organization is being run right now. This is about selling tickets. It ain't necessarily about the product that they putting on the basketball floor or winning championships. Because if it was, JJ Redick would be coaching. Well, first of all, JJ Redick wouldn't be the coach. If it was about winning, JJ Redick would not be the coach when you had other qualified candidates out there with coaching experience. If you're trying to maximize LeBron's window instead of appease LeBron, JJ Redick would not be the coach. Second of all, if you're going to go to JJ route, you think he's the next Pat Riley, okay, well, you got to go down here and coach summer league. Okay, at least get your feet wet. We're not judging you. We're not holding you to no expectations. We're not asking you to win the summer league championship. We just go down there. Figure out how you're gonna run your rotations. Figure out how you're gonna, what defensive schemes you want to put in place. All that so you can have something under your belt when you step in front of NBA veterans come training camp. So
Yeah,
that's number two.
exactly.
Number
That's
number
the
three,
thing.
what
Yeah.
you number three,
Go ahead.
Bronny. again, I do believe they shut Bronny down because, and that was news to me. You said that the kid from Golden State was coming at him. He's going to get a lot of that. I'm sure he's been getting a lot of that his whole basketball career, just being that, oh, that's LeBron James' kid. We got to, we got to make sure we shut him down and make sure he's a non-factor. But again, if you go and draft Bronny with the 55th pick, and you're gonna give him, I believe it was a 4 year, $7.9 million contract, which I'm not tripping about. I don't think either one of us
Unheard
is.
of. Unheard of for a 55th pick. Go ahead.
Actually, it wasn't because whoever got drafted 52nd or 53rd, I heard this from Nick Wright. They got the
Mm-hmm.
same type of deal last year, and I was
Okay.
glad Nick Wright had put that on me because I was like, "Whoa!" I
But
thought it was
did
unheard
they
of.
average
Yeah,
did they average 5 points a game?
no, that part is unheard of. Giving that type of money to somebody for what 5.6 points a game or whatever it is. So
Yeah.
okay, so now you're bringing Bronny on the floor and you say he's gonna be the point guard. Why is he not having the ball in his hand? Like you said, he played a lot of off
Yeah.
ball.
Yep.
Where he was defending on the court, he was down on the baseline a lot. Like he was
Yeah.
the backline defender, which I didn't
Yeah.
understand. He
Mm-hmm.
looked. I wouldn't say he didn't look like he didn't belong, but like you said, he didn't look aggressive. He looked like he wasn't settled on defense, like he was a little jittery. It was a couple times he, got back cut on. All because he was in position initially, but he was just,
Mm-hmm.
too, I don't know, overzealous, too hyped up, whatever it is. I can understand that. First time playing in a NBA game. Okay, I get it. But again, we all know the Lakers are trying to sell tickets. The Lakers are trying to be marquee. The Lakers are trying to appease LeBron James. So nothing they have done. Matter of fact, if I'm a Lakers fan, you might want to join me in opting out from your team this year because they're not trying to win. You might as well just make sure you watch the Olympics so you can see Bron and AD get some more gold around their neck, and that's gonna be the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Olympics, we'll get to that too. Some interesting things with the Team USA. Before we go any further, let me acknowledge my man, Big J. This Jermaine Cousinar's father, he's tuning in.
Yo
So what's
yo,
up, man? We cheering for our boy, man. We know you proud papa of Jermaine Cousinar tuning in tonight. So thanks for checking us out, and we cheering for your boy, man. He been working on this, and he been dreaming about this for a long time. So we looking forward to it. I already know he'll be playing Friday. I've been dialing in on that schedule for a while now. So we looking forward to seeing Lil J, Jermaine Cousinar take the floor on Friday night. Hopefully things can work out for him. Hey, dreams come true. Um, but like you said, the Lakers, Laker fans, and you got two different Laker fans. You got the Laker fans,
you
and then
got
you got the
LeBron
Laker
fans.
fans that's the LeBron fans.
Right, right, right.
And even the LeBron fans have to kind of come down to reality and look at this thing for what it is now. Because when you look at the rest of the roster, and then you look at the fact that you got guys that it seemed that you having a problem getting other guys to go and play with the Lakers. Klay Thompson, I guess he passed up on opportunity, and DeMar DeRozan passed up on opportunity. By the way, mentioning DeMar DeRozan, I don't know if I mentioned him earlier, but from a local standpoint, he was traded away from the Bulls in the three-way deal. He's going to Sacramento. A lot of people thought he may end up being a Laker, but you know, it it it, it makes you wonder what's really going on in Los Angeles. Why guys are not trying to sign with the Lakers, but um, interesting story nonetheless. But um, I want to talk little bit more about the summer league and some other guys that I want to see play. As we speak right now, Zach Edey, I think, is taking part in his second summer league game. I think he had like 14 points in his first game. Hit a game time bucket to send the game into overtime. Interesting thing about the summer league that I like, the guys play really, really hard. You can tell the talent discrepancy in the shooting. They only play 10-minute quarters, so the scoring is they don't score as much, but the shooting, you can see the drop off in the shooting for sure. But they went to overtime and they had the Elam ending. And I think
Oh
that was and
no.
that was well, I'm gonna be honest with you. When you're watching summer league, you know, you need something extra. I mean, it was exciting to me. I think Utah and I forgot who it was that went into. I think it was Memphis and maybe it was Memphis and Utah. Memphis and Utah. Keontae George was big in that game. It
From Baylor,
played
right?
yeah, he played in that game, big game. And it was a really good game. It was nip and tuck all the way down to Elam, and it was exciting for summer league basketball. I thought it was exciting. I mean, you don't want guys out there getting hurt, so kind of get this over with pretty quick. I'm gonna tell you something. My high school boys, we played in some summer league games over the month of June, and we played in one overtime game, and the rule was the first team score win the game. So that's summer basketball for you. You know what I mean? It was exciting to see. It's another element, brings another little element of excitement to the game.
I'm
Um,
not supporting no Adam Silver initiatives. Okay, he
well,
tried
I
that in the
get you,
All
but
Star game. He
yeah,
tried to flip up how they did the All Star game with
hmm
captains. Now they right back to Eastern Conference versus Western Conference. Like, stop
yeah,
messing with the game, bro. Let's
yeah.
wear white jerseys at home, dark on the road. Stop changing the floor and all this kind of stuff. Like, come on,
I
Adam
hear you.
Silver.
I hear you. Hey, we got a lot of family checking in tonight. I'm gonna call her family. That's Rose, Miss Rose Davis Jefferson checking us
Yo,
out
yo.
tonight. You know, I coached her son too. He's the MVP of the Belgium League, Damian Jefferson.
I
So the
remember.
stars coming out tonight.
Yeah, yeah. He went to what? Didn't he go to New
He
Mexico at first, and then he
he went. He
transferred?
started in New Mexico and he finished up at Creighton.
Yeah, yeah. I remember. Yeah,
I think Creighton had got up to like number 7 in the country, and I think they got knocked out by Baylor the year Baylor won the national championship. I think that was right after the COVID season. But they got
yeah.
knocked out by Baylor. But Damian Jefferson is the MVP of the Belgium league, and he played with the Grizzlies for a couple years. He was in that G League uh, affiliate. And he's doing some big things, man. Hopefully, he can realize his NBA dreams. I haven't heard anything about whether or not he's going to be in the summer league or not. But yeah, like I say, Mama Jefferson, man, Rose Jefferson, Mrs. Rose. She used to babysit me, by the way, man. It's a small world. But she checking us out tonight. What's up? What's up, Rose and Highway and the Jeffersons? What's happening? Losing my voice, but um, some other guys, man. Like I say, checked out Zach Edey. Zach Edey played pretty well, but his hands tend to be an issue. Um, the pace, I think the game kind of slowed down for him at the end. Got him a couple dunks. That's what Zach like to do. He like to dunk the ball. But he got him a couple dunks. He had about 14 points. I just think going forward, I can see him being a contributor of a second string. If he gets the chance to play at the NBA level, he can be the anchor of the second string guys, and most definitely a rim protector. Most definitely a rim protector because he did a damn good job protecting the basket last night against Utah. Um, I owe uh my I don't know if I'm pronouncing this kid's name right. The kid that the Bulls drafted, um,
Oh, yeah. I don't
Mantas
know.
Buzelis.
Yeah, I don't know how to say his name either.
Mantas Buzelis. I don't know if I'm saying his first name right, but I think I got the second name. I'm looking forward to seeing him play with the Bulls. I'm looking to see Alex Sarr play with Washington. That was number 2 pick in the draft. Also, Zach
Two-way
Re
for you.
Zachary Shea. Think I'm saying I think I'm saying his name. Hopefully I'm saying his name correctly. The number one pick in the draft, what Atlanta. Um those are the
Alex,
guys I'm looking forward to seeing in the summer league,
I
along
can
with
tell
my
you where
man
Alex Sarr gonna be.
Jermaine Cousineau. What's happening?
I can tell you what Alex Sarr gonna be because he's with a bad organization. Kwame Brown. He may be talented. He may actually have game, but because he's in the Washington Wizards organization and they don't prioritize winning, they don't have, we've never heard of them having a great coaching staff or anything like that. Remember, they tried Scott Brooks after he left OKC, and that didn't last that long. Like, he is not going to get the developmental tools he needs to be uh to recognize his potential in this league. I'm just putting
Well,
it out there. Now, if he went
I,
anywhere else, I would give him a
uh-huh.
shot. But no, it's not gonna happen.
I I hear you, but I got to, you got this the thing. Over the years, I've come to realize and I've come to understand. So I'm gonna defend Kwame Brown a little bit. The reason why I say this is because
Keep going. Yeah.
Kwame Brown was playing with Michael Jordan.
Right.
Okay, you're not putting the ball in his hands. He's playing with Michael Jordan.
Right.
Okay, so people need to really think about that for a while because when Kwame hit social media and got to telling his story, I
Mm-hmm.
kind of understood.
But I think you're making
Kwame,
my point. Yeah. Keep going.
but see, that's the thing. You comparing Alex Sarr and Kwame Brown is I get you on with the organization because the wins and losses, that's self-explanatory. But this the thing. When you playing with Michael Jordan, you're talking about Kwame Brown. If you playing with Michael Jordan is playing to win. So if you're gonna be a young player, the thing is they weren't trying to feature Kwame Brown. So they weren't going to Kwame Brown. The whole thing with Kwame Brown was all about learning, learning, learning. So I
But
think it's
that,
gonna be a little different with him.
but
They're
that,
gonna put the ball in this guy's hand.
but
They're
you
gonna
make
live and die with this kid.
you making
You
my
feel me?
point. You making
What's
my
that?
point though about the
Hmm.
organization though. Even when Michael Jordan was there, it was about Michael Jordan. We didn't know what it was about. Was they trying to win? Was they trying because they drafted Kwame Brown because they were expected to ship him off for Elton Brand to pair with
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. So they never
Hmm.
even really wanted him. So they never really invested in him to make him, a certain. And he had a 10-year, 12-year career. He went on with the
Yeah.
Lakers, played with Kobe and stuff like that. I'm just
Hmm.
saying that being in Washington is not going
Okay.
to develop this kid and let him realize his potential. Same with Kwame Brown. I feel like if Kwame Brown had went to an organization that wanted him, his career would have went differently. Like you said, when he got on
Okay.
social media and started telling his story, we seen a
Yeah.
lot like, oh, okay, you wasn't set up to
Yeah.
succeed.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying about Alex Sarr. He's not set up to
Okay.
succeed in Washington.
Well, I give you that, but I think it's gonna be a little bit different for him because they're gonna put the ball in his hand. He's not gonna sit on the bench. And that's my difference. That's my comparison between him and Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown was set on the bench and worked in and when they were getting their ass whooped, then they put him in the game. Alex Sarr, game one next season, at least the first 5 games, maybe the first 15 games, barring injury, he will get the opportunity to show that he's the second pick in the draft. Now, the first 15 games may determine what the next 15 games give you. When talking about winning, losing, and rotations. I just think his opportunities would be different. But I understand what you're saying when you talk about the Washington Wizards organization. I get you on that.
And then
Um,
Alex averaged like 8 points or something over there in the French league. Like you was
yeah,
playing
yeah,
professional basketball. You wasn't over there being Wimby.
yeah,
Again, you come into
yeah.
Washington, so they can put the ball in
Hmm.
his hands. But now you playing
Yeah,
with better competition. You average 8 points
yeah.
over there. Okay. I'm just saying we gonna put this on the board.
I hear you. Uh, You can say the same thing for Zachary Richardson. Whatever. I hope, like I said, I got these guys going to have to really play well for me to get to know their names because I'm jacking them all up right now. But I'm looking forward to seeing him play. Two Frenchmen, gonna go in the summer league and show their wares, and show their abilities to America, and we gonna see what these two teams got. But next year's summer league, in the build up to this, when we talk about Team USA, there's two different stories. How do you feel, for one, about the makeup and the roster of the of Team USA getting ready for the 2024 Olympics in Paris?
I'm trying to just recall this off the top of my head. With the Dream Team, they was kind of up there in age as well, right? Because I know we had
Yeah,
Magic was like 32,
yeah.
33. Bird was on
Bird.
his last leg. Mike
Mm-hmm.
was late 20s. Scotty
Yeah.
had to be, right there behind him. Karl Malone,
Mm-hmm.
Barkley, and them, was they late 20s? I think.
Yeah, I mean they were up there. I mean they were seasoned veterans for sure.
Yeah, and they
Definitely
seem
seasoned veterans. John Stockton, you can go all the way around the board. I mean, David Robinson was probably and David Robinson and they put Kristen Layton on that team.
right.
They probably maybe they were the youngest two guys on that team. And
Okay.
even David Robinson was a
He was a vet.
veteran
Yeah, he was a
by
vet.
at least a few years in. Yeah, yeah, at
Yeah,
least
yeah,
a couple years in as a vet. Yeah, um, I like the way that the roster's constructed. I just question the style of play.
you took the words
Are
I
they
had
gonna
in my
go out
mouth.
and hoop? Are they gonna go out and hoop? Because the '92 Olympic team, they they were just so much better than the world. And they went out and they got a lot of buckets off defense and they just so much better.
Right.
Since then the world has caught up. And the big thing I've seen with Team USA, I don't question the talent. It's a nice ensemble. It's a lot of talent on the team. Steph Curry, LeBron James, the greatest free agent of all time. You know what I'm saying? I even seen Kawhi Leonard
Yeah.
at practice. I wonder if he's even gonna play. I mean,
You
some
know
people
how
don't
that
feel
go.
like a lot of Clipper fans may be upset that he's even
On the
playing.
squad. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But Kawhi Leonard's on the squad. I like the squad, but my thing is the strategy. Are they gonna go out and hoop? You know what I'm saying? Or are they gonna really strategize? Because when I look at a lot of the European teams, the teams from the other countries, they look like they look not as talented, but they look like they have a little bit more strategy. It's more
Yeah.
of a coach's game. And when you look at the World Cup games from last season, it wasn't that they weren't talented enough. They had no chemistry. And you couldn't figure out what they were trying to do strategically on the court. They looked like they were out there hooping.
Right.
Eh, eh,
Right.
Um
And this
you
wasn't
got
even a team that was out there last year.
no, you only got two guys returning. You got Anthony Edwards returning from last year's World Cup competition and Halliburton.
Right.
He's returning. But the rest of the team is you know, your boy Bam's on that squad. I like that. You got Embiid on that squad. Uh, he's got citizenship to play with on the American team. So Embiid's on the squad. But my thing with Embiid is he
That's the
gonna
key.
be is he gonna be dominant in the low post or is he gonna be shooting threes? Or is he
That's the
gonna be
key.
rumbling, tumbling, and stumbling and falling down?
That's
You
the
know what I'm
key.
saying?
Yeah.
I just it's hard to believe that this is Steph Curry's this is his first Olympics.
I believe it is. Yeah. He wasn't
Yeah,
on the
that's
last
unbelievable.
team that was in, was it Tokyo? He wasn't on that team.
He I don't think so.
KD was on
I
that
think he
team.
played in one of the
Draymond.
World Cup teams
Okay.
years
Early in his
ago, but
career.
I don't know
Yeah.
if he's been in the Olympics. I'm talking about Steph Curry.
Yeah. This is
I
first time.
like Steph because if they go zone, we gonna bust that zone with Steph. Maybe even Halliburton gonna knock him down.
And
I
KD can
like
shoot him.
KD, of course. KD can shoot him. I think he's chasing Carmelo Anthony too with the points as far as
I think he already is the leading scorer in Team USA men's history because Melo didn't play the last Olympics.
okay. So I like the team. I just question the strategy. I seen highlights. I didn't get a chance to see the whole game, but I really enjoy watching the other countries play. I took out time to watch Greece play against Slovenia, and Luca's out. Luca's out. He won't. Luca and Slovenia will not be in the Olympics. They got knocked out by Giannis in Greece.
Right.
But the thing is, when I watch Giannis play with Greece, they used him more like a traditional forward on the block. They dumped it down to him in the post. He played around the block. He wasn't bringing the ball up, and it just brought me back to the thought process of strategy. Are you going to play the coach's game? Or are we going to strategize, or are we going to go out and just hoop? Because you remember when the team had Dwayne Wade, Kobe, I forget who else was on that team,
Melo,
but
Bron,
that team
yeah,
was dog man. They get up on you on D. It was Kobe and it was Wade. They
yeah.
spearheaded the defense. They didn't run a lot of offense, but the defense was like Mike Tyson say impregnable. You know what I'm saying? The defense was great, and they got a lot of buckets off defense. But the world has caught up. And what is the strategy with Steve Kerr and the rest of that coaching staff? I think your boy from Miami's on that coaching staff too,
Bo,
Coach
yeah,
Mark Stew. Um, are they
Tyron
going to
Lue.
go out and run a game plan, a strat, or is it going to look like an all-star game? And I think that could get you in trouble if you're going to go out there and just hoop and break down on defense and all that. We can get upset. But we most definitely got the team to go over and win. In the next 4 years, that may change.
Well, it's gonna be interesting too to see the roles that everybody play. Because I saw a clip of Anthony Edwards saying, I'm the number one option. They gotta fit in around me, and I liked what he was saying, but I knew he didn't
Yeah.
believe that because I know he know with
He having
LeBron on.
fun.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
he know with LeBron on the floor. LeBron probably gonna dominate the basketball. Steph
Yeah.
gonna get his shots. Like he knows, the upper echelon guys. But it's like, is Embiid gonna play like Embiid needs to play? Is like you say, is he gonna jack up threes? Is Anthony Davis gonna be able to defend the rim like he was and play good defense like he did last year?
Yeah.
Is Drew Holiday? Is he gonna get enough playing time? Because we deep now. Is he gonna get enough playing time to affect the game and how he affects the game with his defense? Is
Yeah.
Kawhi gonna be Kawhi? Meaning,
Healthy.
is my knee gonna hurt and I'm not
Yeah.
playing?
Yeah.
It's a lot on the team. Jason Tatum, he's coming off the championship, but I wouldn't say he's one of the top guys on the team. So he's probably
No.
coming off the bench. So, it's
No.
a lot. It's a
He
lot to
just
see.
gonna front run anyway. What's gonna happen with Jason Tatum? They're gonna get up by 20 points, and then he gonna start chasing his buckets. You know what I'm saying? He gonna front run. He
Like
put
he
one of the
did
best.
in game
Yeah.
five.
You know what I think though when we talk about Kawhi, and I hope Kawhi is going to play, and I hope he's going to be healthy and effective. Because if he's not playing, could Jalen Brown took have taken his spot? Just think about that for a minute.
Or even Paul George. You can put
Paul
Paul George
George,
on the
Jalen
team.
Brown,
Yeah.
pretty much those guys play the same position. So interesting. I just want to know if they're going to hoop or are they going to go out there and run a strategic game plan. I think if they go out there and just go to hooping, we could be a lot of trouble, man. They're going to be taking on Canada. I think,
SGA on that team.
yeah. So
What's the boy
yeah, they're
from
gonna be,
Denver? Jamal Murray on that team.
yeah. Who else on that squad? The kid that was at New York, and I think they traded him. The kid that went to Duke.
Oh, not Barrett. Barrett.
Barrett, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Barrett's on that squad. That team's talented. They got a ton of NBA players, so that's gonna be their first tune-up game in Las Vegas. against team the Canadian team. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. But like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing how Team USA is going to approach the game, the FIBA game. FIBA. I enjoy FIBA basketball when you see the way the game is played in other countries, the crowd. It, it's it, it just takes me back to when I was a kid and just watching college basketball. That's the feeling it gives me. It's like almost like a college atmosphere when I
But it's
watch
too
a lot
short.
of the
That's the only
overseas
thing.
games.
It's too
What's that?
the
The
FIBA like
game?
no. The FIBA just the World Championships and all that. Where we get like 2 weeks of basketball, and then
Yeah,
it's right back
yeah.
into the Walt Disney product of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
NBA.
you're
Yeah,
exactly right because it's played totally different. It's more of a coach's game, and that's why I want to see how America, how the U.S., how Team USA gets in, and how they choose to attack the other teams. Are they going to hoop, or they just going to go out, out there and hoop? Or are they going to have a real strategy? Because we do know that Steve Kerr, Coach Mark Few, they have a strategy. Are we just going to go out and hoop? Just have a chance to get upset, which I doubt, but it's going to be interesting to see how they do it. And the next 4 years can be really, really difficult. Another thing, talk about Team USA, and we talked about this 2024 draft and not knowing the players. Bronny James being the most popular player in the draft, most definitely the most popular American. Next year, we're not going to have this problem because the build up to the Olympics, they're taking out the time, and now this kid Cooper Flag is on the USA select team. He had a chance to go out and play against the USA team, and they say he looked pretty good. So they saying he could be the number one pick in next year's draft. I think he's going to Duke
yeah.
to play for the Blue Devils next season. So,
I thought you was about to say Coach K.
oh no, I damn no did, I damn sure did, but I had to catch myself. He was there for over 40 years, man.
Yeah.
But John Shire is the coach over there now. So, but he's going to Duke, and he's going to be, I guess he's going to be one and done, barring injury. Now, got to say that, barring injury. But so we most definitely will know Cooper Flag. If you don't know him now, in 365 days, you will know who Cooper Flag is. So summer league next year will take on a whole, different meaning. Kind of like when Zion was playing. Zion was probably the most hyped up American player, and I think Cooper's about to get that same type of hype going into next year's NBA
Even more
draft.
so, even more
Yeah.
so
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
his skin don't look like ours. Let's be honest. They gonna act like he
Yeah,
the
yeah.
second coming of
He might be Larry Bird, when it's all said and done.
yeah, yeah.
So we gonna have our chance to check him out. Playing with the Blue Devils. And, they made a big deal out of the performance he had in the scrimmage. So yeah, I've heard a lot about the kid from guys that play on the high school team, and uh, Dominic Murphy. I think he even played against this guy. I think last summer he played against Cooper Flag in some AAU tournaments. So we most definitely got to jump on who the number one pick in the draft is next year. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if it's basketball or Walt Disney, the
Right,
story's
right,
got to be told. You know what I'm
right.
saying? The story's got to be told. So, you know, uh, like I said, you got the Olympics. We're gonna wrap it up with WNBA because the way they're covering the WNBA, I do not like. I can appreciate Caitlin Clark and I can appreciate Angel Reese. They're piggybacking off the two rookies, but the best teams in the league are not really getting a lot of recognition. The New York Liberty. Who else? Let me see some.
The Suns are set. The
The
Connecticut
Connecticut
Suns, 17 and
Suns,
4.
Minnesota Lynx, and Seattle. I had a chance to watch the Sky play against Seattle. They had 2 games back to back. They went back to back. They had a couple games in between. But I was able to see one of the double doubles the Angel Reese has. She's coming along well. Uh she's finishing around the rim. I expected her to be able to do that because out of LSU, she was one of the best rebounders in the country. I thought her footwork needed a little work. Hands can be a little bit better, but now she's stepped out and hit a couple threes. So the Chi-Town Barbie is stepping into the hype and living up to the hype. And then Caitlin Clark comes out and have a triple double a couple days later. So like I said, it's either Walt Disney or basketball. It's one of the two. You know what I'm saying? The
is
story got
she
to be told.
is she going with Chi-Town Barbie? Because I know she.
She Chi-Town Barbie, man.
Okay,
That's what I'm
all
gonna
right.
call her.
Is she
So
Chi-Town Barbie?
we
Hey,
looked into it. Go ahead.
every time she shoot, it always throws me that she's left-handed. Because it seems like she does a
Yeah,
lot of stuff ball dominant right, and then when she shoot,
yeah,
I'm like, I forgot you was even left-handed. But yeah,
yeah,
that's neither here nor there.
yeah. But um, so since they don't want to tell you this on ESPN and Fox Sports, they want to talk about all the controversy and who jealous of who and all of that. The best player in the league is Aja Wilson.
Right.
She's
By far.
the she's the top scorer in the league, averaging 27 points a game, and she leads the league in blocks. Angel Reese is the top rebounder in the league, so she's holding on, pushing for rookie of the year. Caitlin Clark is leading the league. As I think Caitlin Clark is second in assists, and I think she's second in assists to Alyssa Thompson. So since ESPN and Fox Sports don't want to tell you these things, this is what's going on in WNBA right now. If if the playoffs started, both teams will be in the playoffs, right? We got
Yeah.
Indiana
They'd be
at the
7 and
number
then
7,
Sky.
and
Yep.
Chicago will be number 8. So it's either Walt Disney or basketball. They will be in the playoffs. So the story is unfolding pretty well for the WNBA, and hopefully they can build on the success. And they need these two stars to make the playoffs because they're not doing a great job of covering the top 2, 3 teams in the league. Because I think New York and Connecticut, I think they're tied for. I think they got the same identical record at
17 and
17
4.
and 4. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So since they won't tell you this, watch the game gonna tell you. So there you go. So we gonna I'm gonna finish up watching me some summer league tonight, man. We've been long winded. We had quite a few people come on tonight, and join us tonight. So I'm gonna call out some names, and we gonna get the hell out of here so I can enjoy my man Zach Eady playing in his second summer league game. So I'm gonna call out some people, and we gonna get out of here. Vanessa Orange, Hernandez Orange, EC, Freddie Warner, class of '90, East Chicago, Indiana. My people showing up big for me tonight, man. My cuz B.O.B. Bob Sanders,
Yo, yo.
Big Jerron, my power forward, Big Jerron Jolly, my man Bo Holland, West Calumet, Gary Westside Cougar, and one of my old co-workers, Joe. Joe, I'm not gonna mess up your last name. I'm not gonna
Smoking
do
Joe
it.
Fraser. That's
I'm not gonna do it, Joe.
we just
But
gonna
thanks
call
for
him Smoking
joining us,
Joe.
man. Thanks for joining us. And we ready for some football, man. I don't know about you, but it's been fun tonight. We went a little longer than normal because when I look off to my right, I got all these people buzzing up, you know what I'm saying, that they watching. So I want to make sure
Yo,
that
appreciate y'all.
I acknowledge them. What I would like, what I would like for us to do at some time soon is to be able to hear from people, get their comments. So we got some work to do. And I want to maybe have them cam up from time to time. Bob, I'm gonna have Bob on the show anyway. My cousin Bob, because we gonna get ready to talk about football. I picked his Baltimore Ravens to win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of sticking with that pick right now. So
You ain't picked the monsters of the Midway with Caleb
nah, man,
Williams.
we gonna get off into that later, man. But it's been real. I don't even want to talk about the Bears right now because we got a lot to unpack about that. It's like a pregnant woman. We not ready to deliver. We not ready to deliver on that yet. We've been enjoying the basketball. Basketball gonna take us through the summer. So thanks for joining us tonight. And what we really want you to do is comment. And later on, we want you to have an opinion. We want to hear your opinion. Watch the game. It's been real. Thanks for joining us.
We out.